Capitol Hill gridlock is now the norm, but issues gaining traction in the Senate like campus sexual assault and human trafficking share one common fact. They are spearheaded by women. Julianna Goldman is at the U.S. Capitol, where the ladies of the Senate seem to be running laps around male lawmakers. Julianna, good morning.
Good morning. Well, that's right. An internet startup, they crunched the numbers and they found that women in the Senate basically get more done than men. We sat down with 4 of them, 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans, to talk about how they're upending the old boys club.
When we join forces, we are a force to be reckoned with.
Democratic Senators Claire McCaskill and Amy Klobuchar, along with Republican Senators Kelly Ayotte and Shelley Moore Capito, are among the record 20 women currently serving in the United States Senate.
Together there's a lot of trust, and you don't have a lot of trust right now among members of Congress, but we have it with the women senators.
How? Because you don't see that, as you said, with male senators.
I think our relationships are maybe a little bit fuller. The comfort level is much higher once we get to the issues, because we do have, it is friendships, but it's relationships into other parts of our lives.
There's this natural camaraderie that we relate to one another because many of our stories are similar in terms of the obstacles we've overcome.
We're working mothers, many of us too, and I think we're very results oriented.
And the data backs that up. Over the last 7 years, female senators introduced more legislation than their male counterparts, were more bipartisan, co-sponsoring more bills from the opposite party, and had more of their bills enacted by the entire Senate.
Was anyone surprised by that?
No. We had to prove ourselves, maybe a little more than the guys did, and I think that shows.
You can't get one thing done here by yourself. And so a natural coalition for me is all the other women in the Senate.
Those relationships aren't built overnight.
We had such a good time, we went out and had dinner.
Almost 20 years ago, retiring Senator Barbara Mikulski began the tradition of regular dinners. The only rules? No staff, no memos, no leaks, and no men.
Do you get a sense from male colleagues of trying to get into the dinners? Or
I think they wonder a little bit what happens at the dinners. We want to keep them wondering.
I will confess that there was a time just for fun. A bunch of us got together on the floor, women, talking, because it freaks them out. When we gather in a big group, they're going, oh my God, what are they doing? What are they up to? So just for fun, we torment them sometimes.
They say it's taken time to stamp out most remnants of the Senate's old boys club. Until 2008, the pool was off limits to women. Why?
It's not pretty.
Yeah, no.
It's that some of the male senators like to swim in the buff.
Yeah, and so then they had to be told they couldn't do that anymore.
I will do everyone a favor and not say the senators' names that like to swim in the buff, because I can't get it out of my hard drive, and I'm sure others wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that would be too much information.
Their camaraderie has paid off. Women were largely credited with ending the government shutdown in 2013, keeping the lines of communication open to find a compromise.
what would Washington look like if there were more women in the Senate?
I think we would get a volume of more things done. We're doers. We want to see accomplishments.
There would be a lot less of this backstabbing and just the sort of hateful language and things.
Women make up 51% of the U.S. population, but hold only 20% of the seats in Congress. In the history of the Senate, there have been more than 1,900 male senators, but only 46 women.
We've all had this, seen the discussion about 20 women, historical number, which is great in terms of where, compared to where we've been and where we're going. We have a lot more farther to go. I think all of us would agree on that.
And it's not just politics. Women make up 47% of the workforce and earn just 77% of what men do. When it comes to corporate America, less than 5% of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women.
Part of it is young women being able to visualize themselves in certain roles. And the more they see women in those positions, the more they visualize themselves in those positions.
You see girls at a young age saying, hey, I can do that, whether it's in being CEO of a company, top athlete, whether it's being a United States Senator, whether it's being President of the United States, whatever it is. I think that young girls are looking at things very different, and we need to keep that moving forward.
Now, they obviously don't agree on everything, but they say that what they do share transcends politics. Gail, we asked if they'll continue their regular dinners in the election year, and they said absolutely, they'll need them more than ever.
I like it. Thank
All
you,
I can say is
Julianna.
bravo, and I hope every young
Bravo.
girl will see this and know that all options should be open to the
So
fullest kind of
true.
life.
You're so true. And women are so less likely to play who's is bigger.
Right.
We just want to get it done.
That
We
is-
just want to get it done.
You know, Gail, I don't think I could have said it better than that.
No,
Thank you,
I
Julianna.
don't think you could either.
Yeah.